Welcome in the ring, guys. Welcome to each and every one of you guys. We trust that you are great. We're not in our usual studios this evening, so you'll forgive us. Our lighting might be a little off, among other things, but we got the same program set for you guys, and we trust that you folks are great. Welcome. Let me tell you all up front, we got Kemraj Ramjatan, the heavy hitter. He's going to be joining us on a lot of issues tonight, a lot of issues, rice and sugar, and even some international relations as well, folks. So you're going to want to share the live. You're going to want to smash that emoji button. Our bell is a little out of service too, so you're going to forgive us. But we're here, guys, and that's the most important thing, that we're here. And you, beautiful, wonderful folks, you are here with us as well. Share the live, smash that emoji button. I ring the bell so often I could hear it ringing even now. But good to have each and every one of you folks here with us. Good to have you guys. We're going to have Kemraj Ramjatan coming up. Good folks. Coming up. Kemraj Ramjatan, the man himself. We got a lot of issues to get through. So you guys are going to want to share the live. You guys are going to want to smash that emoji button as soon as possible and partner with us as well, folks. Ping. I can hear it, guys. I can hear it ringing. But good to have each and every one of you with us, folks. Good to have each and every one of you folks with us. We're fired up and we're ready to go. Share the live. Let us know, good folks. Let us know. Hope our technicians are on duty this evening. Let us know if you are reading our audio, if you're hearing our audio loud and clear. Do that for us. We're going to make sure that we are shared to all the true and correct places, guys. And you do the same at your end. Pace and power. That's what we're offering this evening. Boots on the ground. We're backing down, good people. We're not backing down. Good to have each and every one of you guys here with us. It is our privilege. It is a real privilege having you guys here. Night after night is the first night for the week, and we're going to tell you guys later on why we're out of the studio, where we are, and some of the things we just might be doing and bringing you guys into, because y'all know we love y'all, and we know y'all fast and like mind people business too. We know y'all fast and like mind people business, and y'all are going to just want to know, and so we're going to be sharing a couple of things with you. Perhaps if you all behave yourself, share the live, if you all behave yourself, and smash that emoji button, folks. Whichever page you're joining us, it is Monday night. We ought to be fired up, guys. We ought to be ready to go, ready to rumble, folks. You all know how things are. We welcome each and every one, even the trenches, the jagabas, the trench crappos, the tadpoles, and the cricketers, even the jumpy birds, the scarecrows, the carrion crows, yes, even the worms, even the black belly sheep. We welcome each and every one of you folks. Each and every one of you. We love having you folks here. Share the live and smash that emoji button as well. Good people, we're fired up at our end and we are ready to go, and we hope that you guys are as well. Lots of information to share with you guys. Let's get going, folks. Let's get going. Good to have each and every one of you. Kemraj Ramjatan coming up, folks. Coming up. Good to have you, beautiful folks. Good to have each and every one of you with us. Lots of information to share with you guys. We already set with the fight card. We just waited on y'all. We know you got some late comments. Is y'all waiting on? We just waiting on you all, good folks. Pace and power. Move it along. Pick up the pace, good folks. Pick up the pace. And don't got me out here looking thin. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button, folks. And let me go down. Don't let me waste time, guys. Come on, pick up on the shares, good people. Pick up on those shares. We're fired up at our end, good people, and we are ready to go. We feel a little bit old school tonight. The way in which we started, everything weren't, clicking as they click now, and we didn't looking as suave as we did now. The place was even a little bit hot, but good to have you folks. We're out here. Kemraj is here. I'm here. Who else may stop by? Who else may stop by? Folks, share the live. Hundreds of you have already joined us. We're ready to go. We're waiting on you because we ain't gonna do over here, though. We don't rewind and come again. We don't wheel and come again. That's how we start. That's how we finish strong, folks. I want to say big shout out to all the folks joining us from Barbados. Big shout out to you guys, all the ringsiders there. And big shout out to you folks who are joining us from Antigua and Barbuda. May have an announcement for you later on, guys. The folks who are joining us, the ringsiders who are joining us from Antigua and Barbuda. Yep. We got an announcement for you folks. You got to tune in. Stay posted, guys. Lots happening here. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. Kem Raj is here. He's fired up. He's ready to go. He's ready to have his say with the Jagabats and the trench club. I hope you all know Kem Raj is the one who I first heard with that word, Jagabats. But I take it over now. You know, we cover just like, you all know we cover just like that, folks. Jagabats and trench crappos, the tadpoles and the cricketers, the prostitutes. Yep. We got something for all of them tonight. Good to have you folks here. Trust that you guys are well. Trust you guys have had an awesome weekend. Trust you guys are fired up. You had a productive day and the week is set up for successes, guys. That is our hope and wish for you beautiful folks. Wherever you're joining us from, whether you are in the Caribbean Sea or you further afield, guys, but you're in the diaspora, nonetheless, you're at home, you're back home in Guyana, you're fired up and you're ready to go. We are so glad that each and every one of you are joining us this evening. Each and every one. Good to see you, folks. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, folks. Good to see Pinky Kerr. I see Pauline Hawk Kippens is here and Marcia Wiles is here too. I see Ann Kearns. I see Donna Fresco. I see Anthony Higgins Jr. Glycis Mingo Byrne is here. Sassin Trimmin taking left. Richard Fordyson taking left. Facebook user, out front parts, out in front and center. Good to have you, Millicent Ross and Burgett Dublin, Heaven Faith, Glenford Gordon. Good to have you folks as well. It's a little bit hot where I am, guys. And, so if you see me sweating, it's a fight. You can't go and fight and come out fight looking pretty. No, folks. Can't come out looking handsome. Lloyd Garraway. Good to see you, Lloyd. Denny Shaw. Wendy Stevens. Somebody ring the bell for me tonight. Wherever you guys are joining us from, help us to ring the bell. We are fired up at our end, folks. And we are ready to go, folks. And as we start, we're going to let the folks from Santa Rosa, the parents and teachers who protested the education system in Santa Rosa today, we're going to let those folks open for us this evening. And then we're going to circle back and we're going to tell you a little bit more about that. But we're going to let those folks open for us as we wait for some of you slow coaches to pick up the pace and to join us. Good to have each and every one of you good folks. Good to have each and every one. It is our privilege and pleasure to have you guys. So host you guys each and every evening. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. The people at Santa Rosa, the teachers, folks, and the parents, they got boots on the ground. And the folks there, they know what it is not to back down. The folks from Santa Rosa, guys, the folks from Santa Rosa, opening for us this evening. Opening for us this evening, good people. The folks from Santa Rosa. Boots on the ground in Santa Rosa, protesting the issues in education that are affecting them. Folks, you got to come out. You got to make your voices heard. The folks in Santa Rosa showing us up, and I'm happy about that. Who better? The folks in Santa Rosa for the win tonight, and they're opening for us. Yep.
In this sub-region, we are the top performing primary school in this sub-region. We are the top performing primary school in this sub-region. We are the top performing primary school in this sub-region. We are the top performing primary school in this sub-region. Our children life matter. Our children life matter. Our teachers life matter. Our teachers life matter. Our children lives matter. Our children lives matter. Our teachers life matter. Our teachers life matter. Our children life matter.
Yep, folks, we're fired up at our end and we are ready to go. And we hope that you folks are as well. We're going to give you guys some more of that as we proceed. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. The fight card is ready and we hope that you folks are as well. Are you guys fired up and ready to go? Coming up, Kemraj Ramchadan, the man himself. Good people, we're fired up. We're ready to go. Trust you guys have had an awesome weekend. Trust you guys have had a productive start of the week. Hold your head up high, boots on the ground. We got to do it, folks, the way the folks there in Santa Rosa doing it, coming out and making their voices heard. Look at them people looking nice. What a wonderful start of the week. You can't have a better start than that at all, good folks. You can't have a better start than that. Fired up and ready to go, folks. Moving on in the fight car. Here's where we start. Y'all know how we start. We're coming in from around the world, folks. Lots of things are happening around the world this evening. And some of it right next door. Right next door. Because in Brazil, folks, in Brazil, the election things is heating up there. Elections are heating up in Brazil, good folks. The elections are heating up. You know the American government, through its representatives there in the region, the ambassador and so on, they have told Lula da Silva that they're going to be very swift to declare who the winner of the elections there is. They're going to be very quick because y'all know Bolsonaro doing a pack of nonsense there. Bolsonaro sowing a lot of seeds of discord in the system. And so the Americans told Lula, who's leading in the polls, by the way, who is leading in the polls, by the way, Lula Inácio da Silva, leading in the polls there in Brazil, that they are going to be very swift to declare a winner. You know, Bolsonaro would love a protracted period of the election cycle there, but the Americans ain't having it. They are not having it. And we're being told a record number of women are contesting office as a backlash to Bolsonaro's governance. A record number of women. It augurs well for democracy. You love it. We love it. All of us love it. Good to have you, folks. That's what's happening, folks. Right next door in Brazil. Right next door. The people in Brazil got the boots on the ground, just like the folks at Santa Rosa, and we trust that you guys too, folks, share the live. Coming up, Kemraj Ramchadan. Coming up, folks. Yep. Telling us why Barra Jagdeo bad for business, much like Bolsonaro there in Brazil. Much like Bolsonaro. Good to have each and every one of you. Moving on, if I care, good people. Well, we're in the 592. We're not wasting time. I like how this 592 lights up, guys. There is no place like home for the holidays or otherwise. Ghana is the greatest country on earth, folks. The greatest. We ain't trading it for nothing. We're not trading it for anything in the world. It is the greatest country. Moving on the fight card. Quickly, folks. The deponent. Y'all told us. We ain't bluffing. Y'all told us the folks are deponent. Carol Hudson, now you tell me. It's not you. You see how some folks operate in the streets. You get to understand. They depend a lot of nonsense. They depend a lot of things to MS and VME Medal Service. They depend it out front parts. Roxanne Dessa Jacobs, they depend it. They are on it, folks. What are they upon? A pack of nonsense. It's the cows for us. A fella telling us some cows on Jumping Board Boulevard came out of nowhere. The man hit down two of them and killed them. He said he going along 50 miles per hour. That's what the fella said. He said the cows came out of nowhere. Rhonda Ferguson, Patricia Kissoon, Yolanda, William Bunbury, Spurley, Lester Williams, Lily Gulliver. He said the cows come out of nowhere. Boom! Hit two of them. Folks, we gotta be careful. Some of y'all dep on it, you know. We want to lose y'all in this manner. Come on, folks. Come on. We don't want to lose y'all in this manner. Some of y'all dep on it, and you know you're dep on it. That's the worst part. Terrence Hodge, we hope you're dep on it. Louisa Wills, we hope you're dep on it. Chinsing Hennywell, we know it's pace and power, Chinsing. Dennis Landon Welsh one, Crisis Mingapore, Jamal Aziz. We know you're not on it either. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Slow down, no man. And let me arrive alive. That's not me tell you all. Slow down, good folks. Slow down, good people. And let me arrive alive. We can do it. You got to practice all the 5 C's. Caution and care and consideration, coughing, cold. Is that the 5 C's? I might miss a couple. But you get the general sense, folks. You get the general sense. Slow down and let me arrive alive. Yep, slow down, folks. Coming up. Tell you in the ring partner, Kemraj coming through. With some uppercuts and a knockout punch for Jagdeo. Pace and power, folks. Slow down and let me arrive alive. Moving on to the fight card. Y'all know it's not an easy road. We didn't tell you before. It's not an easy road in this country. Things fall apart easy. Easy. Potholes. Is this, is that. You know, we recently they install these traffic lights, Mandela Avenue as you approach East Ramville Secondary School, as you approach North Ramville Multilateral School. One of the lights already falling out. One of the lights already falling out. Is where they're getting these contractors from, good folks. Where they're finding these contractors from. That's what we want to know. My God. Where they get them from? Just installed those like about a month ago. One of them done falling out. Sweet Lord. Father, have his mercies on us. Father, have his mercies. You see that? Things fall apart, folks. It's not an easy road. We tell you, it is not an easy road. Moving on to the fight card. Signs of the times. Good people. Signs of the times. It's pace and power tonight. We're moving quick. If you blink, you're going to miss an issue. Tag a friend of me. Tag a side chick. Tag a main squeeze. And let me go down the road. Coming up, folks. Kemraj Ramtatan is joining. You're already in the studio, folks. Dress up bad tonight. Happy birthday, Kemraj. Signs of the times, good folks. Signs of the times. Thousands of you are watching us, folks. It's Monday. Don't get to your tea looking thin like the mother boys. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. And let me go down the road, folks. I said, let me go down the road. Share the live. Smash the emoji button. Y'all know. Y'all don't know how we do it, folks. Y'all know. Share the live. Smash the emoji button. And let me go down the road. Y'all know we don't run out of water. We don't run out of water. So partner with us as well.
No.
Yeah, you know what we got to do. We want the kind of partnership. We want the kind of blood. We want the kind of partnership. No. No, he running out. Kemraj coming to deal with him. Kemraj coming to deal with him. No. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. And partner with us, good folks.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes! You can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
Yep. I like that fella voice. $in in the ring 592. Partner with us, good folks. Signs of the times. Signs of the times, folks. A family from the East Bank. My God, they're in deep mourning today. Shrouded in mourning. Over the weekend, they lost their 17-year-old Nazima Samaru. She drowned in Wismar. They went for a family fun there at a creek there, folks. Yep. And it didn't end well at all. Folks say she was playing with her brother, attempting to swim across the body of water there several times. And then they noticed around 1700 hours yesterday afternoon, she was missing. And then when they made a search, my Lord, they got the awful news, folks, that she had drowned there in Wismar. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Nazina Samaru and her family. Just 17 years old. She didn't start to live yet, good folks. Mother milk still in her face. Signs of the times, good folks. Thoughts and prayers go out to her family, friends, and loved one, the entire community, folks, who loved her. Yep. Gone too soon. 17 is so young. Our thoughts and prayers, again, folks, go to her friends and her family. Moving on to the fight card. Well, look story here now, man. Look story here now. Y'all know the fella. I know the fella. We all know the fella. Look story here with y'all by the man. Look story. You know the man. I know the man. We all know the man. Look story here now. Big uncle. Busted with 54.2 grams of ganja. You know, well, y'all know in the maths. The folks tell us that 54.2 grams is about 140 pounds. That's what Big Uncle do with all this, man. I hear Big Uncle say he make a mistake. It was hemp. He thought it was hemp. You know, it's a lot of things here. 54.2. You know, when Kemraj was Minister of Public Security, now Home Affairs, these kinds of foolishness ain't happening. They wouldn't dream to do it. Now, Big Uncle, right? Bahadar, is it Baiju? Lal Bahadar Baiju, 54.2 kg, over 100 pounds of ganja. Yeah, I understand. Medicinal purposes. Medicinal purposes. Sure. Medicinal purposes. But look story here now too. Look what is it? This fella here, he get caught with 2 grams, 1 gram of ganja. Look story here. Look story here now. 1 gram of ganja. He was placed on $30,000 bail. Rico Cornelius. 1 gram of ganja. You know, these justices in this country, sometimes, look, it's really making shake your head. Guyana is the greatest country on earth, folks, on earth. But look, 1 gram, 1 gram of ganja. But look, this other fella here, right? Rajveer Bisram, 1 gram of cocaine, $30,000 bail too. What kind of... I can see some of y'all said, might as well a push coke. Yeah? Might as well a trafficking coke. Because if 1 gram of marijuana is 30,000 bail, 1 gram of coke is 30,000 bail. You see story here? You know, my Lord, 30,000 bail, a gram of marijuana, 30,000 bail, a gram of cocaine. Yeah. Equality for the grams. Equality for the grams, good folks. Equality for the grams. What else can we tell you? Equality for the gram. Share the damn life, folks. Smash that emoji button and let's move on. Yes, them boys. Them boys. Section. Cameras know them good. The trench crappos and the jagabats. He know them too well. You know, and they love to be amongst. We love them too. They are brothers and sisters, but they got to change the ways. They got to change the ways. Jagabats and trench crappos. We fight them for them. We counting we fighting them for them. They got to change their ways. You know, good people in the heart of hearts, they're good people. But they got some ways. They got some ways. They got some ways. They got in the hearts of hearts, there's good people. But they got little ways that they got to change. Yeah. What we got in the fight card? We're concerned the Jagabats and the trench crappers. Folks are wicked, stinking dirty. Foregone conclusion by now. Wicked, stinking dirty. Share the down live. Smash the emoji button. Coming up. Cameras ram the time. Let me go down the road, good folks. But look, story here. Them boys want to bring the pipeline in Region 3 and they want to pay the residents in the part of the pipeline peanuts. Nonsense. We ain't having it. Don't come around with funny like that. Some of these lands have been in families for generations. Ancestral lands. People got deep emotional connections to the land. You know, I mean, if you pay me a little above market price, I could forget some of them connections. I could lose some of them because things tight. You know, nothing irregular. So the folks went down there. They had a kind of little consultation, you know, and they were struck. They were quite surprised at the paltry fee the people want to pay for the land, the paltry price that they're offering. The folks that don't come around really funny. You're bringing a multi-billion-dollar pipeline. How you going to make money for y'all generation, their generation, the generation after? And y'all pay me what? Don't come around. Be funny. The folks we heard were ready to fight them. They were ready to fight them in Region 3 over that pipeline. They were fuming. Reports suggest they were fuming. You know, this government know they able. This government know they have been the friends and family prime price for those lands in Region 3. They would have been offered prime price for those lands. But this set of Jagabats say, it's not the friends. It's not the cronies. It's not the lackeys. So they want to pay the people peanuts. Wicked, stink, and dirty. We said what we had to say, and we're moving on now. We said what we had to say, and we are moving on. You can take that to the bank. Please and thank you. Moving on. Prostitute. You know this fella too. I preempted this a little earlier. You know the man, I know the man, we all know the man. Yep. Speaker of the National Assembly, Mansour Nadir, but he can pay for your mouth. He can pay for your mouth because he has defamed former diplomat. Is it Kirk? Let me see what the notes say. Former diplomat defamed the fella, but he can pay. You know? He is going to pay. You like to talk, no? Right? Apparently, he said the man came into some, he alluded to the fact, or he stated that the man may have come into some lands by corrupt means, but he ain't had the facts. He ain't had the truth. And you know, strangely enough, this is a fellow who always monitoring what people talk. The minister said, he done hear I said speak already. Somebody done write it down on honey. Right? But he ain't watching himself. And now we got to pay the man $7.5 million. This was a fellow who was on the GPL board, a professional, no lackey, like the speaker. No. Now you got to pay the fellow. You know? Yep. Put your money where your mouth there, Mr. Speaker. Put your money where your mouth there. 7.5 big ones. 7.5 big ones. Folks, coming up. Hemraj Ramjitan, he's standing by, watching the clock, watching it down. I'm excited to have him, folks. Yep. You know this fellow. You know this. He could write a book on this fellow, and he's spot on. When Hemraj said, look what you do now. Hemraj know the playbook. He understand the fellow. He understand him. The Jagabat understand him. Making a set of problems. He's a problem child from birth. He won't fight Rowley. He won't fight Santoki. He won't fight Lula. You can't fight a war on all fronts, comrade. You cannot fight a war on all fronts. You put yourself in problems. You know, so the Surinamese are up in arms with some comments he recently made about corruption over the fishing licenses. The promise the folks on the currency fishing licenses close a year now. And you all know what the promises are worth. Hemraj can tell us what the promises are worth. And now Santoki, just like them, he promises like it didn't worth much either. He come up short. Well, he ain't get them nothing. He ain't get them nothing. And the vex. Jagdeo talking a whole set of nonsense. You know, verbal diarrhea. You all understand the fella. Well, the folks said they are taking what he said about his corruption claims as an unfriendly act. That's what the folks telling us today. They are taking it as an unfriendly act. Jagabat and Transcrapo. Moving on to the fight card. We can circle back to that. You know, this segue into this topic, blah, blah, blah. It's when you need no background. The background matter. Them boys trying with Burke. Blah, blah, blah. They're trying with Burke. Trying to set up Burke. Right? Whole kind of, you know, they can't even do a set piece properly. After all of these years in politics, they can't even do a set piece properly. They're so clumsy at it. They're trying to set up Burke. And we got to get Burke's thoughts on this issue another evening. Over the weekend, we hear a lot of things. A lot of names calling. In this whole cook-up show with GNN and BM Source, this body, that body, and we're going to break it down for you. So enough. We don't have the time tonight. We want to get our guest. But I'm telling you, he's on the fight card, and we're going to circle back to it in another program. The time will work as per normal, but they ain't going to get through. Because it's boots on the ground, folks. Share the damn live, smash that emoji button, guys, and let me go down the road. Congrats to the Warriors. Congrats to all of you who go out there and watch those games live. Congrats to y'all. You have a good blood pressure. You have a good stamina. Yeah, I get to know now. I got my mental health jealously. I got these jagabats to deal with on a daily basis. I pick him a poison. I pick him a struggle. But congrats to the Warriors. We heard they have gone into the playoffs. And you know, Hemraj is an ardent cricket fan. You want to rob Hemraj's house, you want to take away money the cricket playing. That's a good time to swoop down. He distracted. But congrats, Warriors. You guys are off to the playoffs. You have done well. I ain't got no predictions where this is concerned. I can celebrate with those who celebrate. I can mourn with those who mourn. Pace and power, boots on the ground, moving on. But on this tenor, folks, they're telling us the people down at Lenora, Sea Spray Lenora, got a special surprise today. Compliments of taxpayers. We hear it, sir. Cricket tickets they're sharing down at Lenora today. Who is lived down by Lenora? Yeah, Carl, the mic and whistle. Who is lived down by Lenora side? We say such tickets they're sharing out. It's such tickets they're sharing out. Free, of course, on taxpayers' money. Free. You know, and when you see that, you say, them boys love me. Is I paying for it? Is Hemraj paying for it? You know, is all of me paying for it? Who pay me taxes? Right? Free. Sea Spray was nice time. It was nice time tonight by Sea Spray, folks. It was nice time, folks. Share the damn life, the man. Smash the emoji buttons, the man. Let me go along. This is one time I wish I was living down by Sea Spray. See, I know some of y'all wish the same thing too. Sea Spray. But them boys want holiday tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Kemraj. They want holiday. They say some cricket carnival. They're gonna want wind up and gyrate and so on. Me ain't care for the cricket. But if we winding up, come to me. If we go winding up, come to me in 1 step forward, 2 step backward and tremble. I got to rub out my moves when I done, I got to rub out my moves. Yeah, them boys, the private sector commission, they know they want to have a holiday. Tomorrow's not Tuesday, tomorrow they want the holiday. Some carnival thing happening. Yeah. If I go then I whine. This session done, that session is over with. They can get to party, the sea of people to watch me perform. Let me see you winding up. Let me see you. Oh, y'all hold me back. Somebody take this mic. Tonight the black man feeling to party. Somebody take this mic from me, folks. If I go, there's problems, It's problems in the dance. Trouble tonight, folks. Moving on the fight, the private sector. One holiday tomorrow. Hey, a friend is a friend. Consider it done. Right? Or maybe they gotta ask Sue, because Sue handles all the agreements. Sue gets all the support. And ask Sue. Let's Sue carry y'all in the living room. Consider it done. Moving on the fight card, folks. Pace and power. We're coming up to Kemraj time. Pace and power. And who we saying pace and power to? Nigel Hines. Nigel Hines in London right now. And the man is sticking to his guns concerning the unfair governance practices of the PPP, the discrimination and the racism. You all know he wrote a scathing letter about the practices quite recently, and them boys roll out Ashney. Them boys, I saw the Prime Minister, they install Mark Phillips, he hop out. He's a trench scrapper, he hop out. Ashley swim out, Ashley's a tadpole, he swim out. Some other people just roll out, some other people just flick out. Well, Nigel Hines in London, and the man is sticking to his guns and he's speaking the truth. You gotta speak truth to power, You can't run, you can't cover. Speaking truth to power. And he's telling the Londoners, the Guyanese Londoners, about the government's unfair practices. Respect and manners. Pace and power, Nigel Hines. Pace and power. Guys, not a real place. We tell you guys that all the time. It's not a real place. It's not a real place. And here is why. Sarah Lynch. Yeah, Mel Pompeo come. We had a whole big state visit. Right? And the heart of the state visit was catfish. More than 2 years now. The agreement is still in limbo. Sarah Lynch, Ambassador Lynch, says that they're waiting on certain documents from the administration that haven't been forthcoming. Certain documents to seal the deal. But them folks is tight-lipped with documents. One man is sending it to the Minister of Information. Minister of Information sending it to obviously the President. Obviously the President is sending you down someplace else. And next thing you know, you're on Lombard Street. Next thing you know, you're on Lombard Street and you don't know how. Lombard or King Street. And you don't know how. It's them boys. It's trafficking you. Right? So after this long wait, folks, we didn't even get one catfish. Well, we get one. We didn't even get one catfish. We get one out of it. One catfish we got out of it. The folks said they're waiting on certain documents to seal the deal. Moving on the fight card. They're advantaging some people. That's this administration. They're advantaging some people. And we told you, these are the teachers at Santa Rosa. And the children there. The folks, the parents said they don't like the teaching. They don't like the education system in Santa Rosa. They don't like the education system in Santa Rosa. And this is what we opened with this evening. They said they don't like it. And they're speaking out. They are boots on the ground. And then boys say they are not backing down. Right? They say they ain't backing down, and you can take that to the bank. That's what the folks say. They say we ain't backing down, boots on the ground, we can be out here however long it takes. And you can take that to the bank. Yep. How it going? We show you guys how a lot of things start. We don't often show you guys how it's going. Well, recently at the cricket, we saw some folks, some folks high in the air, folks. High in the air. Jumping out the airplanes and so on. That's how it started. That is how it started. Let me give you a sneak peek. How it started, good folks. How it started.
Nothing can stop me. I'm I'm all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. What you want, shorty, what you need? My niggas run the game, we ain't never leave. Never leave. Never money, we ain't never sweet. You got V12, I got 12 V. Got bottles, got weed, got my. I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want, I got what you need. Shorty, what you want, I got what you need. Shorty, what you want, I got what you need. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. For my niggas who really cruising Rolexes. Kick a bitch out the room and gave her no breakfast. Had to stash the jewels, these bitches so reckless. Keep my hoes on cruise, I'm talking naughty uptown, showing off for new things. Couldn't take it all, so I gave her change. She called me Chop Chopper, yeah, I keep a few things. Choppy out sound, yeah, I got a few rings. And I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. And if you ask anybody where I live, they point to the hills and say, go all the way up.
Yep, folks. That's how it started. That is how it started. Look how it's going. Yep, all the way down. All the way down. One of those personnel, one of the was getting a little too excited. A little too excited. One of them were injured badly, and we wish him a speedy recovery, folks. We bid him a speedy recovery. Folks, share the live, smash the emoji button. Without further ado, folks, I want to invite the man of the moment, the one and only, the leader of the Lions for Change, Member of Parliament, Kemraj Ramjatan, Shadow Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries and Livestock, the one and only Kemraj Ramjatan. Good folks. Kemraj, how are you doing? How is your cricket health?
I see you on fire there, Sheriff. Thanks for being here.
Good to have you, sir.
Yeah, well, I was very much at the cricket, enjoying the fact, after all the gloominess that the PBP has put us into, and the initial matches that we lost that aggravated that gloominess, I am so happy that at least the Warriors have put us in a better spirits now, and I'll be there tomorrow to watch that qualifying. Well, it is a semi-final match that will take us into the final. I hope we win. I think we will. And that has, in a kind of a way, over the past 4 matches, ensured that, there was some happiness around. But it is not good times, as you have been telling all from your statements and your news blogs there just now. So glad to be on your show tonight.
Yeah. Kemraj, we saw how this whole thing started with big fanfare, fancy speeches by the administration. They were going to do X, they were going to do Y, they were going to do Z. Let me articulate how it's going. Over the weekend, Jagdeo told some of the fisher folks, find alternative employment. He said the same thing to sugar workers quite recently at IFLOT, find alternative employment. What does that say for these sectors?
Well, it just say that he was lying when he was saying that he's going to ensure that sugar sector go back into main production. He lied. And the sugar workers in Guyana now know that he lied. Just like how he lied about he's going to renegotiate the ExxonMobil contract, petroleum production agreement. And he knew it at the time when he was saying that I am going to ensure that sugar gets back on its high pedestal. He knew that sugar under him, when he was president, was dying and becoming a black hole for our economy because it's just sucking up monies. But in the campaign, he says that he's going to put it right. Well, they have taken 2.5 years almost. They can't get it right. And so now he's telling the sugar workers, you got to look for other employment. We had it right. Right sizing was the correct way. And already the 20 or so billion dollars, is it 20 or 13? I think it's about 13, but lots more from the bond and a whole set of monies could have been avoided, and it could have been better spent by not trying to undo the right sizing that we did. So, the truth and that which is the correct policy has now dawned on him why we can't solve this thing. And even if they put people like Sis Narayan Singh there, you're going to still get Gau asking for more pay, Gau striking at Blairmont and at Rosa and Albion and I think IFLOT, sorry, and a whole set of other strikes against management and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sugar is going no way. And just like sugar, rice is going no way. Fertilizers are so expensive. I understand that this next crop here, a lot of people, because of the expenses, they don't know if they're going to make back profits and so on. And they too have been indicating to me in my little chats with them when we went to Skeldon, when we went to number 47 village and a couple of other areas and so on. They're planting back.
Mm-hmm.
And so almost all the agricultural sector, sugar being the worst because that is now extracting monies out of the treasury. To a certain extent, rice is also doing that. We are extracting money to buy fertilizers to give the farmers. Agriculture, again, under the Ministry of Agriculture. Fishery, we got to pay the fisher folk $150,000. And billions are being spent that way. And what is worse, Sharon, is that it is being discriminatorily being spent because there are lots of rice farmers that are not collecting the fertilizers. There are lots of people who had flood reliefs or were entitled to flood reliefs money not getting it. So there is discrimination in the distribution. And there is absolutely no transparency. Mm-hmm. Just like how the bailouts of ordinary people in America was done by the American administration, going back and giving them their $1,400 and then another $600 and so on. They have it written down. Everybody in that 350 million citizens that they got, I don't know if it's all of them got, but whatever it is, they got, their names are there. And we have been asking this government, please give us the names of the fisher folk that you paid. Please give us the names of the severance payments down to whosoever got that second severance payment. Give us the flood relief, people who were paid that flood relief and the COVID. Make it transparent. They're not doing that.
And these same people who like talk about transparency, the same folks.
That's right.
Wow.
And so we are not in any position then to deal with these issues. We have a number of other things that are making it so discriminatory. And if the government wants to disprove that allegation of discrimination, they can very well transparently state the names of the people, put their addresses or their ID numbers in a website, the same Agriculture Ministry website, So it is very important that we get that. We are going to press for it. The Ministry of Agriculture don't want us to get it at all.
Yep. Kemraj, outside of oil and gas, the rest of the economy seems to be going south. We talked about sugar. The production is way down. Mid-year report from the Ministry of Finance told us that rice is down. Fish is down. Manufacturing is down. You name it, everything seems to be down. While young folks seem to think Jagdeo is bright, crime is on the increase. The rampage continues on our roads, domestic violence, you name it. This seems to be a dark time.
It is. And the suicides, domestic violence, the insecurities of people, there are massive anxieties out there, Sharon. And the more you talk to the people one-on-one, and even in collective groupings that I have been doing, they're telling us that the grand expectations they had of the PPP, and I'm talking about PPP support-based areas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're saying that, it has all been a damp squid. Mm-hmm. The expectations we had of things getting better is not there, and this inflation has eaten
Yep.
up into their
Yep.
savings to the extent that they hardly have savings now, especially the farming community and sugar workers too. They just don't have it. And so it is a kind of a frustration. Every morning, they said, one lady tell me, as soon as she wake up, such her husband cussing she. The man say, well, I got for cut shit because they ain't got nothing in the pot. So I say, you can't blame the woman. Of course, he is of the view that, these things, and then, of course, he put the blame on politicians. So I indicated to him that sometimes the correct policies take some time
Yeah.
to ensure
Yeah.
the fruition.
Yeah.
But, y'all went, and by the way, it's a strong PPP area. And they all tell me that they vote for the PPP. And I told them that, that is what you did. You have to understand that sugar doesn't have a future. And all of these things will depend. That is why we signed on that petroleum production agreement. And they must understand why we were forced, because there is a revenue stream that was required. We knew that sugar is going to be this black hole that is going to suck up our monies. We knew that there will be problems because of flooding and the climate change, and we didn't have what is called mitigation and adaptation regulations and so on, and finances for that in relation to rice and other crops. Because once a heavy rainfall, the crops die, and so you got to find some money to either bail out or give a handout. Where you gonna get that money if sugar not bringing it in, bauxite not bringing it in, gold bringing in some? So it is to get that revenue stream, and we signed on an agreement. And if you hear how they cost me, Jagdeo especially, I heard him in Parliament in 2015, 2016, when he is saying that we screwed up the deal and he's going to better the deal. What is the man doing today?
He's a deal maker.
As I have told people, that fella is not good for this country.
Yeah.
No, he is trying to make diplomatic tiffs with Suriname. What you call the fella? That is corrupt practices have stalled the process. Corrupt practices by the agriculture minister of Suriname is stalling the process. Now that is very unfriendly, especially to a CARICOM partner.
They're trying to bully Suriname.
Exactly. And look who is bullying. The man that Sue said so much about. What moral authority he got to say that Mr. I think it's Parmesar, the man name, Minister Parmesar, Agriculture Minister of Suriname. And that is why they're vexed with him now. So even if Santoki had made a kind of a mistake because he didn't check with his ministry before, or he didn't check with the fisheries department and the fishermen, he never consulted with them before he promised this fella, Irfan Ali, our president, the 150 licenses. When he go home now and he found out, there will have to be a remedial action taken. And he, I am certain as president, would have told the Guyanese president and the agriculture minister, well, look, we got some problems. And you keep that on the tabs. You don't go now and get this Jagdeo gone and tell people that there is the corruption of some ministers and this and that and their fishermen and so on. You're going to never get the 150 license anymore. Because you have just angered.
Jagdeo corruption.
Yes, right. He has just angered the entire Surinamese set of fishermen, their fisheries department, their agriculture ministry, and also making Santoki look bad. You know what he had gone and say? A felon who is running his store, in Guyana. We all know that. He's saying to the Surinamese that you got a minister of agriculture like he got more power than the president. Well, what's so strange about that? He's a vice president and he got more power than the president of this country. That's chap.
You sound like sir. You sound like Sir Kevraj.
Oh my God. And so we as I have said on so many occasions, Jagdeo is bad for this country. At the last rally we had, I indicated how it is that a very serious writer that then had some very lucid moments that said he was an ideological made allegations of him being an ideological racist, carried him to court. And then he dropped the charges, he dropped the prosecution of the case. And today, when people are saying that there is an emerging apartheid state, and I indicated that, there might very well be an element of truth about that, he getting vexed with everybody. And yet he dropped the prosecution of a man, Freddie Kissoon, that called him ideological racist.
Yeah, and is that piece of work Freddie did that set the foundation to really understand the true nature of the PPP where that's concerned?
Precisely. And that is why I am urging other younger members of parliament and so on to go back, and the blueprint is there. Check out who and who are now heading what and what state agencies. Check out who and who are ambassadors for the various countries, just like Freddie did. It was a good piece of analysis. And then we will send it to the State Department, send it to the United Nations, and so on. Because remember, the United Nations had sent an expert here. What? McDougall. The lady had named, I think it's a lady, McDougall. And McDougall had indicated that there is a lot of racism under the Jagdeo administration. And they wanted to say that the lady McDougall report is all wrong. And so on. But look, I am saying that not only at the diplomatic level, all over the place, Jagdeo and Irfan Ali and Zulfikar, they want to now give the impression to the fisher folk that, boss, we do everything in our power to give you the license. Is them Surinamese people to be blamed? What kind of nonsense is that? The people were giving you a gift of certain licenses. It is their maritime waters out there. They're not saying that they're going to give them what is Guyanese waters, fishery license to fish in Suriname's waters. And if there is a technical problem as a result of certain laws being violated, or the fact that they did not consult with the fishermen, you just don't go and cuss down the president and cuss down the minister of agriculture over there. And so I am of the view that, although he was president for a long time and Irfan was a minister for a long time, they lack the diplomacy that is required. It's the same thing they did with the local content thing when we were urging. And that is why you have an opposition. An opposition can see sometimes with a broader vision, because you get narrowed down by a ministerial thing and probably the interest groups and so on, whatever it is. But in a democracy, the opposition can say, hold on a minute, that Treaty of Chaguaramas might be violated here. Let us hold this local content act a while and check that out. No, we must not do that. We will go straight ahead. It's the same thing I noticed them now doing with the gas to shore thing. That Environmental Protection Act, in my view, is being violated.
What name, sir?
Well, yes, and they had one of the best officers in the entire Caribbean that could have managed that Environmental Protection Agency. Vince Adams, Dr. Vince Adams, they chase you away, Gulang you away.
They don't want that. They don't want that. And I know, Kamraj, I'm happy you were there watching at the time at my end. You often say two decisions defined us since perhaps independence. In a good way, right sizing sugar. That is what Jagdeo them continue that policy, but it's just shame to call it that, because they know sugar is going no place. Right sizing sugar, and then setting out the framework for the oil and gas sector, because without that, we will be really sucking salt now.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. And look, those are the two best decisions. I am not as versed like Professor Clive Thomas and all these big boys that are economists. But I'll tell you what, I read quite a bit. And on economic decision making in Guyana, especially at the macro level, whereby is it the good decision for Guyana? The two greatest, in my opinion, and I can have an opinion, although I'm a lawyer, not an economist, that it is the right sizing of sugar. And people must understand that the right sizing did not start under the coalition government. It started before that. Diamond was closed down under PPP.
Yeah.
Jagdeo closed down diamond factory. And Enmore factory was closed down by the PPP. You understand?
And the IDB told them not to invest so heavily in Skeldon.
Precisely. But Jagdeo says that he knows what he is doing.
Yeah,
The
you know
thing
about sugar.
became a dead elephant more than a white elephant. And so you have this kind of bad decision making. The fiber optic, all them big decisions that Jagdeo made, he was dreaming. And you know, the PPP kind of worship him that he's a fantastic economist. He's not. You check back all the decisions. The decision even on the Barbies Bridge. Certain people and companies got better deals with certain quality shares or preferential shares. They put about just 10% of the money into the thing. NIS had to put 90% of the money. They get 2% returns. The fellas that put the 10%, they get yes. What kind of thing is that? And that is why I will maintain, once he is there, he is going to, in a sense, crib and confine the presidency of Irfan Ali.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I have gone further to state that he is really the third-term president here.
Yeah, I want to end on Irfan Ali. But before I get there, penultimately, Kemraj, those guys where oil and gas is concerned, they beat us over our head when we were in opposition. The PSA 2016 is a bad one. The production sharing agreement. Jagdeo again, he could do a better deal. He's Donald Trump. He knows the art of the deal. He could do a better deal. And now, you know, it cringes.
No, well, we did a better deal. Remember that when the agreement was signed to explore for the oil
Janet
in 1999 under Janet Jagan, the people, Exxon, indicated that we got to come up with a model agreement assuming we find oil. Because that was an exploration agreement. And that agreement was for 40 years tenure. 40 years. And of course, they found it in 2015. But by 2012, there was a model agreement that was agreed to by both Exxon and the government in 2012. And that all the things that we have in our agreement is in that model agreement, excepting they had 1%, royalty. When we heard that they now found the oil and we're starting to negotiate the production agreement, we were caught with a very powerful company, but also with a model agreement that the government of the day, namely the PPP, had signed on. So if we didn't win that elections of 2015, you would have gotten the PPP giving ExxonMobil 1% giving ourselves 1% royalty only.
But Kemraj, what is startling is that the Jagdeo said that they will change this. Renegotiate. It's in there. It's in not. They didn't have a manifesto. They had an extract of a manifesto that was to come that was never shown the light of day. But Jagdeo now hug up this PSA of 2016. You know, tighter than you'd hug a wife, kind of like how you'd hug a side chick.
You're right, Sherrod. The fella.
He hug it up. He won't change it.
No, but he fools people. That is what he's good at.
And we didn't forget Global Witness.
Yes, all of them, you know, all of them. And you got a Chatterati too, who don't understand the value of having one of the biggest American companies in your maritime area. That prevents Venezuela from coming across. Remember, Maduro draw that line straight down. All of Guyana, literally at the maritime level, he says his own, Venezuela no. Now, he can't go and risk that now that Mr. Uncle Sam is there through Exxon. That was a valuable thing. Then we also wanted the oil out of the ground, knowing very well that this green movement, we got to go electric car, we got to go do this, you better take that thing. Otherwise, our development would be doomed by these environmentalists if we don't take the oil up quickly enough. And knowing what the model agreement had, 1% royalty, 50% profit share after you pay them off and so on. And luckily, with the inflation now and the high prices of oil and the war in Ukraine, we have literally paid off for that Lisa one. So we can start getting 50% of the oil that we rather than 12.5% very soon. And so it was the greatest decision, in my opinion. And then comes this right sizing of sugar. But Jagdeo fooled the public, the electorate, stating that he's going to renegotiate. And they like to talk when they're spending all this money on sugar that we are keeping our manifesto promise. Well, your manifesto, I saw the manifesto. The manifesto got it that they will renegotiate the contract, and you got people like Ramsey
reopen
Jr.
sugar
saying that
estates
it is not in the manifesto.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these little other fellas that follow Jagdeo, they're all lying too on that issue and making a mockery of what they had put in there. And we got video clippings of them stating at meetings how they're going to renegotiate. And now today they come in and say, we never meant to renegotiate.
Well, we got video clippings too of Sue and Jagdeo in Jagdeo living room. We say, I innocent.
That's the kind of fella. But the big point I want to make here
Tell us.
is that we must not believe whatever they're saying. They used people. They used their supporters. And today their supporters are the ones that are so irritable. They're so vexed about what's going on. And quite frankly, a number of them are punishing right now. As we speak, a number of them, I have said this before, because they have told me, Ramjatan, I get 2 meals sometimes a day at his house here. And the father telling me that because he said, "Me gotta give you pick me and so on." But they ain't get money. And then the little remittances that used to come from America, none is there now. None. Yeah. Because America got its own problems, and a lot of them people knock off and so on, and they ain't find back their job and a whole host of other things. Yeah. So it is difficult times out there. And I want you and, Juretta and so on to continue this work of enlightening people.
Make the arguments.
In these programs. And so we got to ensure that we continue it. Too much inflation. Prices gone up, sky high. Too less jobs. They're talking plenty about jobs, but they're knocking off more people than employing. Then the other thing about the insecurity. You mentioned it. Everybody getting robbed. You know how much people getting robbed daily?
Some figures we saw recently, I think coming out of one of those reports, suggests that the public sector employment is down by 17%.
That's right.
While Gaisuko, without any sugar estate being open, has gone up by 7%.
You see what I mean? That is discrimination. You can see that. That was the half-yearly report.
Yeah.
If they did public sector, largely gone down. You know who the public servants are. Who are the sugar workers? And that is why we want them to produce the names of the people. What is wrong with going on the website and putting all the 6,000 people that get flood relief? Let us see their amounts, their names, and their addresses.
Yeah. But it's the same thing that is wrong with them not even being able to tell us how much they're paying the commissioners on the election COI. I mean, even that is state secret.
Yes, I see Ganesh Mahipal doing a wonderful job on that.
Even that is state secret. But Kemraj, before we wrap up, I wanna come back to Irfan Ali. I saw some comments about Irfan sitting down in the crowd at the cricket match, and I'm thinking, like, he's sitting with the common folks. Like, where else is he supposed to sit? Since when Irfan is Chatri or of any high pedigree, like, where else must you sit?
Well, look, I
as a politician.
As a politician, I think they know that they're in trouble. And they know that they got to go and sit with people. It is all part of the gift of the gab. Talk to them and try to be with the commoners. It is a good political strategy.
It's a good political strategy. But I want to segue from that to say, here you have a fellow who wearing 10,000 US Prada shoe. The common man don't go and shop at Van Cleef and Arpels in New York and them fancy places. But that being said, Starbuck News over the weekend, Kemraj, wrote a fascinating editorial. It's titled, the header for it is The One Ghana Dream. It's fascinating. Oh, yes. And Starbuck News, middle of the road newspaper, I think I heard you say earlier on, one of the better newspapers in this
It is
country.
our quality newspaper in Guyana.
Starbuck News described this one Guyana idea as fuzzy, as naive. This is Starbuck News. This isn't New AFC.
No,
And
no, no.
Starbuck
Here,
News
the
says,
editorials of
Starbuck
Stabrook.
News said, instead of all this hairy fairy things, that he himself don't seem to know what exactly is one Guyana. What does it mean? What does that mean? Because any president, any administration should be working for the people and has to work for all the people, moving them in a certain kind of direction towards development. So you don't need something separate like one Guyana to do that. This is Starbuck News. But it makes the point. It says Irfan, as against all this hairy fairy stuff, here is how you could define yourself and your presidency. Appoint the Chief Justice, appoint the Chancellor, and those bodies that supervise and give oversight and are checks and balances to the executive, especially in this oil boom where they got money gushing. Appoint those bodies, and that could be your lasting legacy. You don't need all this hairy fairy stuff. Those simple acts could define you. Starbuck News.
That is a quality editorial that in a very polarized society has come out with points that I think even PPP supporters are going to support. Indeed, you would have in a society ethnicized and politically polarized, you're going to have differences, disagreements, and so on in relation to how you're moving. But if you were to do the things that are easy, that is just like in cricket, you're playing the shot that will basically not get you out, but will make some runs for you rather than the extravagant shots you can get out. And that is what they're telling Irfan Ali. You're going to get out by not playing the One Guyana deal properly. Why not do these little things that you got your power in and the agreement is already there from the opposition leader? The opposition leader has indicated, I think Ralph Ramkaran also wrote in the Stabrook News about that appoint the two persons that they agreed on. Well, you got to wait on a Judicial Service Commission. I think that is a fundamental error that will make Irfan lose
That's
support.
Stalin.
Especially the environmental areas in relation to the Exxon agreement and so on. Ensure that you have professional people dealing with these things. That is the check and balance that come from statutory authorities or constitutional bodies. And you must ensure that you fill those vacancies with good people so that you can have that. The Gas to Shore project, all of a sudden we now hear that Anil Nandalal said 2 weeks from now, the EIA will be passed, and so that the people must go now and sell out their
He's
lands
speaking in a
for
number
$1
of
million.
Of
Well,
recent.
he got a lot more coming down for him because the people not going to accept that. I got a valuator that indicated that the minimum for that kind of prize lands, all of a sudden it being priced because, of course, the government are putting down, the Exxon is going to put down the pipeline there. It's $5 million an acre. And they're going and give the people a poo-poo. They're now $1 million. And if you hear how they're saying that we could seize it and take it away, well, let it try seizing it from the people. And that is where you do not go in an arrogant cavalier fashion like Nandalal is doing to get the people to sell their land. And he's telling them, we're going to send the lawyers around to sign for you to sign up the agreement. He got a lot more coming on that issue because the people of Guyana are getting smart. So much money the oil has brought in, so much windfall. In this year alone, $1.2 billion we will be collecting. 1.2 billion US dollars, never so much money. Because the coalition signed that agreement, which all of them costs.
Yeah, but no,
and they don't want to share that around. Well, that is craziness. And the people inside of Wales and all that area coming straight up to Vridanup, they must understand that their lands got value, and they too must ensure that they get the value for the lands that they will have to give. And so you're right there, Sherrod. The checks and balances, as the Stabrook editorial indicated, are easy way to get the democracy going. But they want, at least Irfan, it seems, want Jagdeo to run the show. Jagdeo shouldn't be there and doing all this undiplomatic thing, making the Surinamis vex with us now and so on. It can cause very bad relationship, and you don't know how far that bad relationship can go. And that is what is dangerous. Because Jagdeo not going to fight nobody in Suriname, you know. We got put with GDF.
Yeah.
And who the GDF made up of?
Sadly.
So I hope that they understand that, you know, you don't jeopardize a group in Guyana simply because of the nonsense. You are trying to come to the support of the fisher folk. But in the process of coming to the fisher folk, you must think it through like a good chess player. What is it that I will be doing if the consequence of getting the people angry can lead to other things? He doesn't understand that. That fella simply don't understand diplomacy. Like how he rules in a very authoritarian fashion, he feels that is how he could talk on issues, and even issues that will have severe repercussions and consequences on matters diplomatic.
Excellent, excellent. Kemraj, thanks for being here with us this evening and for walking us through these very nuanced issues, but in a way that brings clarity to the masses who watching us out there. 3,800 plus folks are watching us on the back end across social media. I see we got 3,000 still with us on Facebook alone watching us this evening. They come to watch you, Kemraj. You know,
thanks very much.
I
hope that I am, did a good job of at least explaining it. And I hope tomorrow too, another big hope of mine is that we beat the Barbados Royals and we go straight to the finals. So support the Warriors tomorrow. Support Hetimaya.
Excellent. Thanks, Kemraj.
Good.
All
Take
right,
care.
folks. We really need your help, folks. We really need your help. All of you who stayed with us and watching us, we need your help. You all know, because of your love and your generosity, we're able to go from month to month, bringing these programs to you, folks. I told you all beforehand that August was a horrible month. September shaping up to be a little bit of the same. We need your support. We need your contributions. We need your donations. And here is how you can do that for us, folks.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union, and for MMG payments.
Yep. And those folks joining us in Antigua and Barbuda, those folks joining us in Nevis, we got an announcement to you guys before the week is up. So stay tuned, good folks. Hold straight. We folks from Antigua and Barbuda, our folks from St. Kitts and Nevis, hold straight. Before the week is up. Good to have you guys here with us this evening. That's our time, good folks, and that's our program. Stay safe. Ping, 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 ping. Stay safe, good people. Stay safe. We love you guys. Stay safe.